They like killed. Well, no, they actually did a lot of damage to Arc. Anyway, so these teams signing back on for another part of Final Fantasy 1 for the GBA. Here we are in a battle with some large wounds. We left off last time, running out of time. And basically, yeah, we just defeated Dark Elf Astos. I don't know what kind of name that is. I mean, I don't understand. It's funny that ogres pretty much have like exactly 100 HP. You did notice that. Now, Kira, although it takes more MP, heals a lot. Like, you don't even need to use it that often because it just heals like 200 HP. There's two more spells after that heal a lot more. One's called Kiraga and the other's called Kiraja. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Is there a Ja for the offensive spells? Well, I'm sure you weren't actually thinking that. I just kind of put words in your mouth to get to my next point, which was, there's not actually a Ja form of the offensive spells. It only goes up to a Ja form. Now, if you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about, you want to listen to what I just said. As far as Cure is concerned, there's Cura, which I've been using. There's Heal, which is a different spell, which just heals your entire party. Cure can't be multi-targeted. Can't be targeted on multiple party members, essentially. And it can't really be targeted on enemies either. Yeah, but anyway, essentially, there is a Cure, Cura, Kiraga, and a Kiraja. With the offensive spells like Fear, for example, you have Fire, Fira, and Kiraga. There's no Kiraja. There is, however, Flare, which is kind of similar, but also not, because it doesn't actually have anything to do with Kiraga, and if I'm not mistaken, it's not technically fire. It's not. It doesn't have an attribute. Let me put it that way. But it's supposed to be a spell of light and heat. Now, it still heavily damages like undead enemies for whatever reason. It's kind of like a fire version of Holy, cool. But it doesn't actually count as a fire spell, really. I don't think it does. I'm pretty sure. Now that there's Meteor, just Meteor. That's what that is. It's not a spell that's in this game. I'm referring to a different Final Fantasy game or other Final Fantasy games. It's in most other games. I think it's in all the ones after this one, actually. Or most of them. I wouldn't say just the spell in general, but it was put in, basically in Final Fantasy 2. They added a lot of things in Final Fantasy 2 that weren't in this game. And this is pretty accurate, as far as, genuineness goes with the game. This is pretty close to the NES version, except for the improved graphics. There is actually some, frickin' dialogue in this game that makes sense, except they did change a few things, like you can't purchase a really overpowered weapon here called the Silver Sword for 4,000 gold at that store, like you could in the NES version. I do miss that weapon. I don't even think it exists, or it's not that it doesn't exist, but it exists somewhere else. Let's put it that way. It's not sold here. Okay, now I'm gonna get. Now, none of these other spells are useless, useful, except for boss. So get that one. And as far as level 4 black magic spells go, I wouldn't really worry too much about these. Just get haste. Those other spells are not useful in the slightest, except for maybe Zara, which you do want. I'll come back to that in a little bit after I get some enemies. Actually, I'm gonna get some enemies right now. Yeah. Actually, no, I'm not gonna grind. I'll get the money on the way. I keep calling her the witch because I legitimately forgot her name, and I didn't revive here. That's gonna be a problem. I think agility in this game just determines the number of hits you get. I don't think it determines your attack, or when you get to attack, I should say. I'm gonna revive Furion really quick. Sorry, I'm gonna ask myself in this episode. I'm wasting time. I'm wasting time! I'm wasting time! Wasting time! I never noticed the timing here is actually, the music in there is actually pretty beautiful. I mean, usually I kind of play this game in fast forward and haven't really enjoyed the soundtrack. I probably should have healed him. What do you guys think? Nah, he'll be fine with 1 HP. Hopefully they don't hit me. It's going well. Okay, there we go. Phew. I can't believe I forgot to do it. I can. It's kind of like, that would have been bad. Waste like 300 gold on my ally, and next thing you know he's dead again. You're like, well that was a waste. Why don't you just not revive him? Music on this probe is actually pretty beautiful too, the way it echoes kind of my headset here. Haste is a really good spell. Basically doubles. Yes, you're hearing that right. Doubles one ally's death. So if they get 3 hits now, they get 6. So you can kind of multiply that in your head, and then use temper on them. Basically, they're doing 4 times as much damage. And by 4 times as much, I mean like 6 or 8 times as much. Or 50. So if I do like 100 damage now, I mean with haste, right now I could legitimately do like 600 damage to these guys just with haste. I mean, it would be devastating. I'd be doing like 466 probably. Like over 400 damage I did. Probably. If I had a different weapon, of course. I was gonna say that there are actually kind of elements in this game, but you kind of have to infer what they are. They're not, laid out in front of you. They're kind of obvious, though. Water enemies are weak to lightning. Fire enemies are weak to water. They're obvious things. I mean, there are certain temples in this game where certain enemies will appear, and generally they're always the same element. You have the water temple with thunder, fire temple with water, water temple thunder, fire temple water. I just said that. Thunder temple earth, fire, I don't know. Actually, there's no water. It's just, there's no thunder. There's just, earth, wind, fire, and water. There is no element. It's earth, fire, water, and wind. That's the order. If they don't really have an element, I tend to just cast a hero. Seems to do the most damage to sort of like non-element. I think that means they don't have an element in this case that I meant. And I'm getting tired now. And it's literally, we're 9 minutes again. We haven't made any progress. Oh. Well, yeah. I'm gonna have to sign off again. Whatever. Well, this is OWTMS signing off. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for my next video. I'm gonna stop now. So, yeah. Bye.